That's Jeff. Last name is Cotner, Cotner, and I'm a major. To my left is Alia Salem. That's Alia. Ms. Salem, Salem, is the executive director of the DFW chapter of the Council on American and Islamic Relations. Okay, and I've practiced that over there. And Muhammad is Mr. Al-Jumaili's father-in-law. If you want to introduce.
Yes, and this is Ramon Mejia. He works with our organization as our Spanish language spokesperson. Ramon, R-A-M-O-N, Mejia, M-E-J-I-A.
I'm going to read a script this morning. I'll go through that. After that, I'll ask Alia to also speak. Muhammad may or may not speak, and I hope everyone respects that. And then we will then take questions as a group jointly. Overnight, the Dallas Police Department, specifically homicide detectives, arrested Nakerion, that is N-Y-K-E-R-I-O-N, Nealon, N-E-A-L-O-N. He's a black male, 5/24 of 1997, charging him with murder and the death of Ahmed Al-Jumaili on March 4th at 9944 Walnut Street. As you recall, Mr. Al-Jumaili was enjoying the snowfall with his wife and brother when he was shot, and then he ran toward his apartment, collapsing in the adjacent breezeway. During the initial investigation, one second, no signal. Sorry about that, guys. We'll have to get that fixed. I do have some photos. We'll get this working over here. During the initial investigation, homicide detectives located vehicles struck by gunfire and in several fired casings. A total of 15 7.62 caliber casings were recovered. This caliber of cartridge is commonly used in an assault rifle. Can y'all please turn the picture of whoever's working this with Neely walking? Can y'all do that for me, please? And that's Neely, or Nealon, rather. When you look at the photo, and I realize that this is the best one that we have, you will notice that he is carrying a rifle if you look very, very carefully. He also has a very distinctive hat, and I will talk about that hat later on in the presser. On March 7th, homicide detective Montenegro located video surveillance footage from the Aldea Creek Elementary School adjacent to the offense location. The video showed 4 individuals coming from the Walnut Bend Apartments, running through a gate into the school property. And I'm just going to stop for just a second here. That video was released the following day, and we were very appreciative of all the efforts in the media to get that story out. And it was very beneficial as we move forward in making this arrest. On March 10th, a witness walked into the Richardson Police Department with information about this murder. The witness provided detectives with the nickname of a possible suspect. It's Keika, K like King, A-C-A, and that would be Nealon's nickname. On March 11th, Detective Montenegro discovered that Nealon was a complainant on the deadly conduct firearms discharge offense reported on March 4th at 11:48 p.m. Nealon reported that he was inside his girlfriend's apartment located at 1330 Aldea Road when someone shot his apartment approximately 30 minutes earlier. And that's going to be important in that this is being reported to the police at 11:48. Mr. Al-Jumaili was shot approximately 8 to 10 minutes earlier. And now we're getting a report of an offense that occurred in an adjacent complex that also had occurred about 30 minutes earlier. On March 12th, Detective Montenegro contacted Nealon, and he agreed to meet with detectives. Nealon was transported to police headquarters, and he was interviewed. During the interview, Nealon denied that he left the apartment following the shooting incident in which the apartment was the target. His girlfriend's apartment was the target. After the interview, Nealon was transported back to his department. This is last night. Written consent to his apartment was obtained. During a search of Nealon's room, an unfired 7.62 rifle cartridge was found. Nealon was again transported to police headquarters for a follow-up interview along with a witness who also resides at the apartment. Nealon and the witness were interviewed and gave conflicting statements. The witness stated that he was called by Nealon at approximately 10:45 on March 4th and was told to come over to the apartment at 1330 Aldea. The witness was present in the apartment when it was shot at. The witness stated that Nealon then called two other males to the location. They met, went to Nealon's apartment to retrieve an assault rifle, and that the four of them went to locate the individuals who had shot at his girlfriend's apartment. The witness stated that when they arrived at the Walnut Bend Apartments, Nealon was carrying the assault rifle. While walking through the apartment complex, the witness stated they observed the victim and his family taking pictures in the snow. The witness stated he observed Nealon raise the rifle and he took cover behind some mailboxes. The witness then heard one shot followed by several more. After the shooting, all ran southbound through the complex and onto the school property. They eventually made their way back to the apartments located at 1330 Aldea, where they called police to report the earlier incident. Nealon provided a conflicting story, placing himself at the murder scene, but he blamed the shooting on the witness, or on a witness, rather. I want to thank the press, the Muslim community, Mr. John Morrell, and others that posted award, Crime Stoppers, Detective Montenegro, and all the other homicide detectives that work with him, the gang unit and the metro units of the Dallas Police Department who have worked tirelessly over the last week to bring someone to justice for this murder. I'm going to take some questions. I'll clarify some of this information for you, but I'm going to ask Aaliyah, I'm sorry, to step forward at this time.
Good morning. On behalf of the family, the Altai and the Al-Jumaili family, we would like to express our sincerest gratitude to the Dallas Police Department and to the media for their tireless efforts to keep this story relevant and to keep the information going so that there was pressure on the community to turn out these criminals. We are very grateful to the Dallas Police Department for all of their hard work. And I personally am very grateful to the Dallas Police Department for keeping us informed and being such a cooperative force in this effort. Our community has been at a loss for words and very saddened by this tragic death, and to have the support of the police department in keeping us informed and also to reassure us of any developments and that our efforts are appreciated. I know that the family is very appreciative of that, and we just want to see justice happen here, and this is the first step in that, and so we're very grateful and anticipate justice will come full circle. Would you like to make a statement? Mr. Altai, this is Mr. Altai, Zahra's father. Zahra is the young widow of Ahmed Al-Jumaili. He doesn't wish to speak at this time, but I know that he is grateful and that Zahra is grateful, and we just, are humbled by the community outpouring. The North American community has raised over $30,000 for the family, and especially for Zahra in this time of need, and we're very grateful for that support as well, and for the support of the individuals who put forward the reward, the anonymous, as well as the Morrell Foundation. Mr. John Morrell has been a close partner and a wonderful friend to this investigation, and also to the moral support of the individuals involved. And so we'd also like to express our gratitude to him as well, and also the anonymous donors. Thank you.
Steve.
Major, based on the information your detectives have, why was this man firing this weapon?
Well, first off, we don't believe that he knew Mr. Al-Jumaili. We don't believe he knew Mr. Al-Jumaili's ethnicity. But what he did know is he was in search for the individual responsible for shooting at his girlfriend's apartment. He made that clear to those that were with him. And when he saw Mr. Al-Jumaili and his family, he targeted them, he shot at them with intent, and that as Mr. Al-Jumaili ran back towards his apartment, the breezeway, he tracked him with the rifle and continued to fire.
Did he believe that somehow these people were connected with what had happened over at his girlfriend's apartment?
You remember, Ken, he didn't really get into that with us. He put himself there, and he didn't share that with us.
Has he been cooperating since his arrest with detectives?
Well, he voluntarily talked to detectives. He did place himself at the scene. He placed himself running away from the scene through the schoolyard. He acknowledged that he's wearing that hat. And when I say that hat, it's a military-style hat. I've heard it described as like a boonie hat, Vietnam era type of hat. It's, when you look at the photo that we have on the surveillance video, you can see the similarity. That's what he shared with us.
Given the conflicting stories, why do you believe it was Nealon who pulled the trigger and not any of the other people who were there?
There's a lot of corroboration, not only from his apartment, from the initial witnesses that came forward with the information, those that were with him at the time. We've identified all three individuals. Our investigation continues into whether or not those three individuals have any culpability, but at this point, we're able to make this arrest, and we believe that Nealon is the shooter.
Are those suspects in custody as well?
No, sir.
Whatever happened to the shooting at his girlfriend's house?
Well, that is still under investigation. I will share that there was also an incident yesterday in that nearby area. We believe there may be some gang element to this, but that is still under investigation. There's some sort of ongoing conflict. We're unable to substantiate initially, or at this point rather, whether or not there was actually a shooting at that apartment.
And can you explain why he went to the next complex over? He was just looking for somebody
No,
to
ma'am.
outside?
He did say he was there. Based upon the witness testimony, they were in search of those responsible for shooting at his girlfriend's apartment.
Will there be a reward in this case that's given?
Well, that's premature. The Crime Stoppers reward, it talks about arrest and indictment. And then the reward that was posted by the Muslim community and the Morale Foundation mentions conviction. So we're far from that right now.
Major, can you go back
Yes,
to
Steve.
that individual who went to Richardson PD? Take me through that process. Which came first, the chicken or the egg? Your investigation with you guys or that contact with Richardson PD with that individual?
The contact for the Richardson PD was initiated by that individual, so that it was nothing that we initiated. We were aware of the call at 13:30 Aldea. We knew that it likely had something to do with the murder. We just didn't have a clear understanding early on.
So was the person who came forward, did you say that person was in the apartment when this?
I'm not going to describe that individual.
All right, one more question.
Did the witness give any indication of what the motive was?
Again, they're in search of those that were responsible for shooting at Nealon's girlfriend's apartment. That was their actions.
Okay, I have a copy of the affidavit that we'll give out in just a second. Thank you.
Statement for
This
Spanish
suspect picture, his mugshot, is that?
No, we will not have
That's a
that.
big-
We're not gonna have that.
We'll do that.
We don't have that available.
But you're not withholding it because of the ongoing investigation.
That would be something Major Cotton would have to
Ken,
make that
it's not our
determination
practice to
later.
release the photos. That would be something
I
that
understand
DSO
but
does.
Sometimes you impose a restriction on.
No,
the
sir, no
release.
restrictions, no
Do you
restrictions.
know if he has prior?
I don't know about a criminal history. I'm sorry, Steve.
All right, thank you.
Was the gang beef between these two apartment complexes?
Under investigation.
Possibly more charges to follow for other possible suspects, is that correct?
Absolutely. Under investigation.
Thank you.
How you doing? You doing okay? Okay, you want to stay up here a little bit so that